We heard your responses, and we know that you wanted some more homebrew magic items. Well, we're bringing you part 1.
So, homebrew magic items can be a really fun addition to your table, especially for all of your players that are used to all the regular magic items and have already used them through multiple campaigns.
That's true.
So we're going to be giving you some of our favorite homebrew magic items that we use at our tables, so let's jump into it.
Absolutely. Adam, what's your number 1?
Number one?
First one. The first one that you got.
The first item that I have for us today is actually something that I have adapted from a board game called Betrayal House on the Hill, which is one of my favorite board games. But they're called the Dark Dice. So the Dark Dice are a magic item, doesn't require attunement. What you're going to do is they're actual dice. So the player's going to have this set of like dark, magical looking dice.
Dice? Like
Yes,
this?
like the character. No, they're D6s.
Uh-huh.
And so they're going to roll them. And when they do, the actual player at your table is going to roll a D6. And based on what they roll, a different effect is going to happen. These are kind of a gamble, which is why the players love them. On a 1, they're going to lose... I don't know how I did that. On a 1, they're going to lose 3 maximum HP.
Ooh.
On a 2 or a 3, they're going to lose 2 maximum HP. On a 4, nothing happens. On a 5, they're going to gain 2 max HP. And on a 6, they're going to gain 4 max HP.
I'm doing the statistics in my head, and it looks like it's most likely going to be bad for them.
Yeah, so it is... There's a 50% chance that they lose max HP. There is an over 50% chance that they lose or nothing happens. And there is a slight chance that they gain max HP. But I've had my players roll so many times.
So there's no limit on how often you can roll.
Yes, if there's no limit, and they could die
Yeah.
if they keep rolling. But the players have a good time with them, and just like if you've ever been to a real casino, players don't know when to stop.
Yep.
So they'll gain a bunch of max HP and like, this is fantastic, and then they don't stop and they end up losing it in general.
Because the house always wins.
House always wins when these are the percentages. But so that's my first magic item, the Dark Dice.
Nice. All right, my first one that I got was actually a gift by my former DM, one of my second DM I ever had.
Okay.
I was playing a druid, and it was a moon druid back when moon druid was the most OP class in the game, in my opinion. And this was the Chimera's Hide. This was a specialty item made specific for the moon druid. Basically what it was it allowed me to wild shape, and every time I was wild shaping, I was able to take one specific attribute from any of my other potential wild shapes at that level. So,
Nice.
for example, when I was level 6, I was able to wild shape into a CR rating of 3 or below. And if I were able to wild shape... I could also wild shape into underwater creatures. So I could wild shape into a brown bear with the head of a wolf because I would attach the bite statistic onto the wild shape. So all of the stats of the brown bear, the HP, the multi-attack, the everything else, but the bite specifically would be of the wolf. I could also take, for example, the pack tactics from the wolf and keep the brown bear and stuff like that. So one thing, eventually I would be able to get a fly speed. I believe that's... What level is that?
I think it's 8.
Yeah, something like...
Don't quote me on that.
Like a level 8, I could
been a
turn
while.
into a wild shape of a giant eagle. I could take the wings of a giant eagle, which is the fly speed of a giant eagle, but also turn into a brown bear and fly as a giant bear. So this way I was able to incorporate the chimera that we had faced, turn it into a chimera's hide, and incorporate that. At much higher levels, he allowed me to do it extra. Also, it was, if I wild shaped into an elemental, it would take both wild shapes still.
Awesome.
That was a little long, sorry about that. What's your next one?
Oh, that was great. My next one is the Amulet of Transference.
Oh, yes.
So this is an amulet that the player can wear around their neck. It does require attunement. And what they can do is, as a reaction, when one of their allies are casting a spell, they can expend 1 spell slot of any level in order to and use their reaction.
Their action? Wait, hold on. You said reaction at the beginning.
Yep. So it uses their reaction while another of their allies is casting a spell to expend 1 of their own spell slots of any level to upcast their ally's spell by 1.
By 1 level.
By 1 level.
Yeah.
So basically, this is a really fun item for our support casters, or anybody who doesn't really use their spell slots, or if it's like a ranger that wants to be attacking and they don't really want to use any of those spell slots.
Mm-hmm.
They can use that to like upcast the spells that really matter from their sorcerer or whoever it is.
Mm-hmm. So like you can feel much more like a support by aiding your allies.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good.
In my experience, my players have a good time with it.
And I'm sure that everyone's going to be happy when they get 9th level spells to be like, look at this, I'm casting a 10th level fireball.
When you're upcasting a 9th level spell, not that any of the 9th level spells are really like they're not upcastable, really. However, if they cast a fireball at 9th level and they upcast it to 10th level, that's kind of fun.
Oh, absolutely. That's pretty great.
Yeah. That's my next item. What's yours?
My next one is the Coin Pouch Converter. Now this one I secretly made for the DMs specifically. It makes the players feel wonderful and it makes the DMs feel especially useful. So, what I had this do is it's basically a fanny pack that the players...
Already love it.
Yep, it's a fanny pack that the players can use. And anything they put inside, if it stays in that bag for 10 minutes, it converts it into its precise coin amount. So let's say they have a gold bar, and they put the gold bar into the coin pouch. It's basically a bag of holding, so it's an extra dimensional space. But since it's so small in a fanny pack, you just put anything in, 10 minutes pass, and it converts into an exact coin amount.
So it's a pocket thrift shop.
Yes.
You put like a pair of scissors in there and you get a couple bucks or something. I like it.
This way, let's say your players go into a dungeon and they find a bunch of armor, they find like a bunch of gauntlets and stuff, and they don't want to carry it around. They can just put it in the pouch and then boom, it turns into as many coins. This way you don't have to spend hours at a shop trying to convert and specific whatever and whatnots. It allows you to put it in, and it makes your players feel especially powerful when they're trying to like... I don't know. I've had this be where a player is... they're fighting against a person and they knock him out unconscious for 10 minutes and then they put his hand in the coin pouch and it waits 10 minutes. And they always try and exploit it to convert anything to gold, which I find that players enormously love.
Yeah. I would say don't let them exploit it too much and don't spend too much time trying to figure out what the gold cost is.
Oh, yeah.
If they throw a bunch of rocks in there or like just toss a ton of random junk in there, give them an estimate. Just be like, everything you put in there, we're going to say 50 gold.
Yep.
Like, don't spend time trying to figure out the exact prices of everything.
This is meant to save you time as the DM secretly.
Yes. Yeah.
Number 3?
Yeah, let's do number 3. My number 3 is the Pants of Bravery. The Pants of Bravery are basically a pair of magical pants. So these pants don't require attunement, and all they do is that when you take the dash action while wearing them, you can move an additional 5 feet.
Nice.
So whether they're running into the fight or running away, the Pants of Bravery will give them an extra 5 feet of movement. If you would like to further more strengthen this item, what you can do is say that you get it when taking the dash action towards a hostile unit, you get an additional 10 feet of movement. So it kind of incentivizes them to run towards danger.
That's
but
pretty
they
good.
do still get a speed buff to run away from danger, which is really funny when they're using their Pants of Bravery to run away.
That's pretty great. And I know that the players would be very, very keen about being who gets to wear these pants.
Oh, yeah.
And there's such a minor buff that...
Yep.
Yeah.
Doesn't require attunement, a minor buff, which those are my favorite magic items.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
My number 1 has got to be the most popular homebrew item in my opinion, which is the Ring of the Grammarian. Most of our followers will probably already know what this is.
It's the most heavily memed magic item in the world.
Yes, I think that this is also extraordinarily powerful, but it is powerful to the point which the DM allows. That's what the most important thing. So basically the way that this item works is it allows the players to cast a spell, and then when they cast that spell, they can change one letter in that spell, or remove one letter. For example, if they're casting the 9th level spell Wish, they can alter the W and change it to an F to make them cast a 9th level spell, Fish. Which...
And then, as a player, they can turn to you as the DM and say, here's what I want this to do. Is this okay?
Mm-hmm. And then you as the DM can make it either a less powerful or more powerful effect, based off of what you want. I would probably cast, since it's 9th level, a giant whale pops out of the sky and attacks. Mm-hmm. Or is an ally, or whatnot.
Yeah, so this item is going to require a lot more boundaries as a DM as to what you will and will not allow, but it can be really fun as a player.
Oh yeah, as a player, being able to see what spells can be altered and see what, and being super creative with how you're able to manifest whatever you're trying to accomplish, it's a wonderful way for them to be creative.
Yeah, but for instance, don't let them turn the light cantrip into flight, or sending into ending.
Ending. Just done.
Just kind of work with them. It's really fun for the right group of people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I especially recommend it for a one-shot.
So those are the homebrew items we've got for you in this video. We'll probably be doing another one real soon.
Absolutely. Part 2! Expect it soon!
Let us know down in the comments, what are your favorite homebrew items? Which of these do you want to use at your table? And make sure to like and subscribe so that you don't miss any of our videos.
Stay legendary. We've heard your responses.
Oh, hang on. That was cool for you, but I was like...
That we want some more homebrew magic items.
Definitely just shook the table.
Welcome to part 1.
What?
I don't know. Welcome now. We are entering...
This needs to be its own video.
We're entering the part 1 of the video.
Yeah.
This is it. Begin now.
Okay, no, let's start.
No.
Just start
We're going. Power through.